Hello everyone, this is Daga, and today we're doing something entirely different, right? So from the thumbnail, you know we're hunting a Seregios, a Gore Magala, a Shogun Ceanataur, Espinas, and Astalos. This is something from speedrun.com, where they decided to make these Gauntlet type runs, and I thought it would be quite interesting. So I've been trying my hand out at these for a while now. I'm not sure if I had to submit the prep time for the first quest, but here we are. Worst case scenario, you can just skip to whatever you want. I'll have the chapter thingy on YouTube pointing to the start and end of every single of the 5 quests. So don't feel pressure to stare at preparation and loading screens, like, you can skip those. I would skip them if I were in your place. In any case, the idea of this is to do these 5 quests one after the other, so each individual run will be a bit sloppier than usual, but I think this is a lot of fun. It stimulates a lot of consistency that I don't get to really focus on normal runs. First go after Seregios. I was just alternating, like if I carded to any of them and I'd restart the Gauntlet, I'd go back to that one, so I was carding for 2 Seregios for a while before getting this. The order of the quests is not important, at least not for now. And Seregios is a cool monster. I think he got an extreme makeover, not the tripping machine he was in 4th gen, and he has a very cool moveset. I like Sunbreak Seregios a lot. So we're very close to hand, all buffed up, got a 3rd bug, sharpened. I get just under him, just like there, so he turns around and I can counter his roar. I'm not in a good position to counter the 2nd rower, so I decide to go for the ZSC to the wing here. If you break his wings, you trip him, but only on the break. So that wing is almost broken, and just one more hit, just like this, got a trip. And we can go attacking him. I know I said he isn't a tripping machine and I just tripped him, right? But he won't be tripping as much, like after this. It's only the wing breaks. You can trip him from the legs, but it takes a ton of flinches. So I usually can't do that very consistently, like at all. This position there for the double fall swipe, but okay, we can fall back in and keep attacking. Ungabu going during this. Staying under Seregios is rather safe, so I usually prefer that. You can counter this and re-amp, and since he's far away, he'll go for a follow-up attack, and you can just jump over it. Seregios is not very strong in 3-dimensional thinking, so he won't go high up to hit us there. Very easy for every blade. Keep attacking and Yunga Boonga. Yeah, just as I said before, staying under him is rather safe, and his hind legs are still weak spots even if you don't rip as much from them. I try to be cheeky with the counter there. I want to blame that on the pillar keeping him close, but maybe I was just greedy, like that might be just plain my fault. Counter this, amped once again, and Inga then Boonga gets through his count off them all. He does the sidestep, so he'll do the double claw thingy, and I managed to trip him there. So just one claw thingy, right? Unfortunately I got the 2nd wing break while he was top hold, that's rather nasty. Means I won't get another extra topple from that, but oh well. I will live, Seregios won't though. Yeah, I'll live, but barely, right? So now is a good time to panic dive and heal up. Just like before, he'll do this claw attack, and since he's far away, he'll do a follow-up, so he can just jump over that. This is very scripted, you can always do this. If you're close to him after the first claw attack, then he will do different combos, but if you're far, you can always jump over him and keep attacking with Sword and Blade. Right, the monster there's a chance to sharpen. Sharpening might have been a time loss though. Look how close it's dying already. I didn't manage to counter the stat B things with his fate, but I managed to roll through the rower, so yay! And here I'm not taking any chances with the double claw thingy, so I just dodge it. Got the final trap here, and he's dead. 3 minutes 41 seconds. I think Sub 4 is usually good on Seregios. I got one attempt on one of my many Gauntlet runs that was actually 3 minutes and 8 seconds. I might post that later, I have that recording. So that was my best Seregios time. And that's not right here, right? It's hard to get all 5 best runs in a row, you know? Here I'm running crit boost rather than my usual Mail of Hellfire and Elemental setups because I got tired of carding. That's just like, with Mail of Hellfire is lower defenseless carding a lot on any of the 5 monsters. So yeah, that would be a common theme here. I won't use Mail of Hellfire on any of them, and God forbid using Dereliction, right? I don't even use Dereliction normally. Imagine on a challenge like this, like, no way, man. No, just no. But yeah, there's the gear for the Seregios run. Just the usual Shredder stuff, very close switch checks. And well, time to get prepared for the next hunt, which is going to be Gore Magala. I think he's the hardest of the 5, like Gore in Sunbreak is very hard. Just like Seregios, he's not a tripping machine anymore. You can still trip him from the 4 legs, and you also trip him on the wing break. But those 4 legs are sturdy, man. They're not weak spots anymore, and they take forever to flinch. So forever to trip as well. But before that, let's get the Meow scenarios and RDZ going, right? Got them all filled up, and I still want my 3 items. This is bad for the RTA timing. They can do both RTA timing, which is just the total time of the video starting from some point. So yeah, this is sacrificing that, right? But you can also time by just adding up the time of the quests. And that's what I'm mostly concerned with. Like, I'm not very interested in Minu foing mega fast through the hub. So, from the sum of individual runs, this doesn't matter. So enjoy seeing me thinking, oh, maybe I should farm God Bugs, and then, oh no, I have more Mandragoras. I have more God Bugs than the Mandragoras actually, so keep farming Mandragoras. That was what that was all about. And yeah, idly posting Gore. I wonder if any of you is actually watching this. I told you, there's timestamps for the monsters. You don't have to watch the prep time. That's the wonder of technology, right? You only get to watch what you really, really want to watch. I hope you guys are skipping the loading screens. I couldn't skip them while playing, but you can skip them while watching, so that's very good for you.
Let's make this a quick one.
Here's the Gore Magala run starting, and it has some annoying spawns. Like, I really don't like these Area 3 spawns. You can take the Great Fire Bug, but the Citadel camps are kinda way out of the way, right? Very far from everything. But okay, whatever. I like buffing up here and just sharpening close to Gore because despite Gore being blind, he's super duper aggressive. Like, it really looks like a 4th gen monster. You just get near him and he goes all mad and attacking you already. Not on this run, I got lucky here. I'll be able to do the opener just as I want. So whoopsie, spoilers. But a lot of times he just sees me run across the room and starts roaring and attacking, and I can counter his roar and they not end with the start, and it's terrible. And here it works nicely. You can attack him, position for counter, 2 hits to the head, it's really great, and just lead your head right away because he's getting super mad and going rage. So yeah, hug him here because I don't think I had time to counter, and go for another ZSD to the head. I'm running Blood Right, as you can see, so my plan is essentially just ZSD and spam his head as much as I can, because the head's the only weak spot, and it's pretty hard to aim for otherwise. Yeah, went for the ZSD there. That double charge is very scary normally, but Blood Right allows us to power through it relatively unharmed. Like, yeah, you take damage, but if I didn't have Blood Right, it'd be pretty much dead already, so relatively safe. Dodge this, watch out for the tail after that head attack. Looking for another counter. Bunga the bunga. Just need the wings here. The wings will break, so we got a trip. That means you can keep attacking. You went Bridable already, which is very early on. I usually take a lot longer to get Gore mountable, so okay, whatever. You can sharpen long sword gauge, so you can do one stage more, then do double slashes and then ZSD his head off. Yeah, manages to turn blade there before the roar, so that's nice. That's some more damage there. And his flying, which is kind of annoying, like it's just a waste of time. If you're under him, you avoid his dive very easily, so that's nice at least. Dodge this, attack his head just a tiny bit. Okay, got a flinch. Position a counter in case he does anything funny, and he does the funniest thing of them all, which is going to frenzy mode. I had the wrong angle to actually counter the rower there, so no amp just yet, which is too bad, but okay, we can just attack him. And does his jump over like that, you almost always follow up with the long range frenzy blast, so you can just close on him and attack. It always stunts after the long range frenzy blast. We had a counter in case of anything funny, and this time it paid off. We could counter the slam, go under him, and ZSD towards the head, so that's the ZSD to the head right there. And I don't know where the explosion hit the head, because it wasn't attached to the head, but okay, it punched him out of frenzy mode, so we take those, right? Here I tried to counter the rower, but I'll fail. Whoopsie, 1 second spoiler, right? I should have just gone for a ZSD to the head, but I thought it would hit the rower. I have no idea how he didn't get hit there. Did the jump anticipating either this one move or the circular frenzy thing. But yeah, okay, that worked, right? Got the trick from the forward leg, and you can attack his head just a bit more. Ready to counter, and you can counter the circular frenzy thing very easily. Get amp. Missed the ZSD because Gore stays curved like at these weird angles, right? So just thrust the sword under him. But this time it works. So, yay! And his dead, 4 minutes and 25 seconds. As I said, I think Gore's the hardest one overall, but he won't be the slowest. Spoilers! Of this gauntlet, there'll be someone even slower than this. But I think Gore's consistently the hardest one. It's kinda hard to aim for that tiny head of his, but that's what makes it interesting, right? Trying to hit a hard to hit target, that's how weak spots should work, right? What's less interesting is just how hyper he is. Like, it's kind of hard with all the charges all over the place. Hence me going for mostly ZSDs and even having Blood Ride for support there. Otherwise I'd have to stop and heal a bunch. It helps with consistency. I think if you just want to really go for the very best time, like no one ever was, going full Woonga Boonga with either Dereliction or Male Hellfire and YOLOing and getting all the flinches and stuff, would be faster. But for this gauntlet type thingy, I kind of don't want to die, you know? So Blood Ride was very, very nice. And actually no Male of Hellfire either, so I have more defense, no Dereliction. I don't want to kill myself. The monsters are doing that well enough already. They don't need help. Oh look, that was a mantle, right? So, yay! Gore Magala dead, let's go back to Elgato and get ready to show Shogun Ceanataur who's the boss around here, right? But I hope you're not seeing the loading screens. Like, why would you be watching the loading screens, man? You have better stuff to do with your life, don't you?
I've got some great deals for you.
Oh yeah, I have to check the lottery just in case there's one of the tiny dolls, right? You have to try to win those. Not a doll there though, but yay, 3 items.
You'll do great.
There's Shogun. Let's get a Naru switch axe going here because Shogun takes a ton of elemental damage. Yeah. So Naru switch axe, where is it at? Here we're at the Flooded Forest for Shogun. He got what I think is the worst spawn. Because for the other 2 spawns, you can just take the cat or dog fast travel point and be very close to them. This one's just a bit far away. It's not too terrible, but you see this every quite dangerous actually. You see it soon enough, like, yeah, spoilers. Getting ready as usual, let's go after that crabby crab. I have no idea what's going on here at the start, but okay, I guess. The ledge trolling both of us, I missed that, but Shogun lost with this, so I can say I'm the only one being cheated on by ledges, right? Ready a counter, but Shogun has my number, so he circles around me. Very smart crab. Very blind crab as well, missing that, but okay. Got him tripped from the head. The crab's tripped from their head, so yeah, I think I should maybe try finding some combo that can block him, but I just wanted to wing it, you know? Got Sweet Charger out, and we'll be using a lot of Sweet Charger in this run. Sushi feet, but I don't die. Let's go after Krabby Crab. I tried to just shoot his head, but I missed, but we got the trip anyway, so it worked out somehow. And here is just his head off. Another head trip. Dun, dun, dun. That's kind of the plan here. Perfect that, so charge it backhand, select the head. Get back here, Mr. Krabs. I went under the legs here because this water being tends to hit you on the back, even if it looks like it's going over you. I didn't want to risk that. So going for the go-to stage morph there to wham. Just hit the last second there so I can just power through the attack rather than being launched away. Forever Blade backhand. More conserve gauge and whoopsie! Fell down. I remembered you can wirefall to climb back up, but it took way too long to remember that. If I had done the wirefall earlier, I wouldn't have fallen down here. Usually, I'd abandon, but not right in the middle of the gauntlet, right? Gore and Seregios went so fine, like, I think we can take this time loss on Shogun, right? It's bad, but we will survive, I think. Shogun won though. You won't survive. Now there's Fred. Let's shoot the head. More damage. Trip, trip. Trip, trip. Went fightable, but yeah, just keep attacking. It's just a Shogun Ceanataur, right? 3 minutes and 8 seconds. So how much time did we lose falling down? 20 seconds maybe? Yeah. That'll be okay. This run had other problems. I remember my very first practice attempt on Shogun for this gauntlet. I got 2 minutes and 15 seconds and I didn't record that, or I recorded it and deleted the run anyway. I thought, oh, it was so easy getting that. And I proceeded to never get anything close to that ever again. So, yeah. I mentioned I had a faster Seregios run, right, for Gore. I also had one. I forgot to mention that before. It was 3 minutes and 48 seconds, I think. So I might end up posting that in the future as well. And I also have a better Espinas run than the run I got for the Gauntlet. And Espinas is going to be our next target. Ooh, spoilers. I'm not going to spoil the time though. I'll just say I have a recorded attempt that was faster than the one I got here. So yeah, I might end up dumping those 3 runs eventually sometime in the future. Maybe, perhaps, if I feel like it. I just like the Gauntlet thing a lot more, man, you know? It's the consistency, like, I really struggled with it. I think I need some dose of get good. And that's nice. I think it's kind of more realistic, you know? You have to see me winging stuff, like falling down to the pits of flooded forest.
Great to see you. Here's the list of quests.
So yeah, there is Espinas. If you say Espinas, you don't know what you're talking about. It's Espinas. My uncle works at Capcom. Yeah, eating good. But we also have some tickets to pick up, right? So once again, I sacrifice my RTA timing to feel my compulsion of getting all the items. And this also means the Ounce Nest has refreshed, so you can do this. Like, don't deal with that ladder. That ladder is stupid. I hate it. All my homies hate it. We can get this one, and also the one at the Buddy Plaza, and then we will start the hunt. Gotta get those items, man. They get great wet fish fins sometimes. Here I managed to do this very acrobatic thing. I usually overshoot and have to climb the tree from the ground up, but when it works it feels nice. And it even made it to YouTube, right? So yay! Got all the loading screen to Espinas.
Let's go.
Fast travel. Blast be the cats and dogs for these fast travel points, man. Very useful. This is the most common spawn for Espinas, but also the one I dislike the most. Because it's so close to the spawn point, man. I would even take the Might Seed or Demon Pounder, because I'm already here. I'll start attacking, like, wake up Espinas, we have to fight, nothing personal, kid teleports behind you, yada yada. Ready a counter for his rower, counter it, and ZSD the head immediately, so we can get his super mad rower and get a very big ZSD to the head. And I won't be ZSDing anymore in this run, because ZSDing Espinas is quite suicidal, I'm not into that. Punch this and attack, his fireball is much slower and more punishable than the rest, but of course if you get hit, it's much nastier as well. Counter this move is super annoying, his hip check followed by charge away and then fireball, it's a huge time waster. And well, at least he's nice enough to do a normal fireball, so that's a opportunity. But he'll do the hip check and to run away into fireball a lot during his run. Very annoying, but okay. As I said before, I will live. Espinas won't, but I will. Another Constellation of Prize Fireball, so we can get hits on his head, or under his head, right? Getting hit wasn't all that bad, at least you can wirefall forward spread right? Roll back to avoid the stomp, keep attacking. Counter this. This is a very nice move to counter. You get loads and loads of damage on hand. Breaking those cores, just attacking. Counter this. This Espinas wasn't very friendly with his AI. He can be a lot of counter bait when he wants to, but not today. Today Espinas had my number. Yeah, ready to counter there, but he did his double or triple charge. It's kind of random how many he does. I thought I would die there. It's a very annoying move as well. You hear him staying under his stay, which is a huge mistake. I'll do it again, by the way. Spoilers. Another mistake, like, don't try to attack him from behind, because those tail attacks are quite annoying. Staying under him is safer usually. The abdomen is also weak spot, and the legs aren't, but eventually you'll trip him from the legs, and the Espinas stays stripped for like forever. You can do 3 full morph combos on the tripped Espinas. It's wild, like, that's so much free damage. Countering the fireball there, so very meaty damage with his head, right? Too bad it doesn't happen more often on this run. I did sharpen here because I was almost at low, so yeah, stuff was getting very dangerous. His enrage roar is very slow, so I can react to it and countering time. Another hip check. Like, man, it was like what, 4 or 5? Still annoying. Lengthen out of that attack. Ready a counter in case he does anything funny, and he does the funniest thing of them all, which is the triple fireball. Can't punish it with a counter, but at least I can avoid the fireball, so that was enough. Hit him there and he's dead. 3 minutes and 56 seconds. Yeah, those hip checks into fireballs were quite annoying. I believe the run I have recorded it's 3 minutes and 29 seconds. So about 30 seconds faster than this one. Oh, it's actually 3 minutes and 24 seconds. I just checked. So yeah, about 30 seconds faster. Like, almost to a T. And yeah, just like before, I'm not running Mayo for Fire at all, or the Elemental Attack 5 because I couldn't fit it in. So yeah, just going for the crit boost. I don't want to die. If I had Mayo of Hellfire, I would have died. And I got hit by his triple charge, right? I almost died there. So yeah, it's some kind of life insurance, right? Not running that. But yeah, I think these 4 runs so far have all been quite decent by themselves. Not the best, but not bad. The final one on Astalos, I thought was kind of bad though. Yeah. Not my fault, though, yeah. Not my fault. It would be someone else's fault. Whose fault? Oh, you have to watch it in a minute or two, maybe? So yeah, sit tight for the final Astalos run. It's not Astalos' fault either. By the way, no, that's a low blow. Like, if it's the target monster's fault, then it's my fault, right? It's someone else's fault. Not Astalos's, not mine. Ooh, the blame game, right?
Here's the list of quests. Take care.
Yeah, let's get going. Final quest. Restock the items. I'll be using the same armor set. Not sure if going for the Scorn Switch Axe would be better for last. Like, Astalos barely takes any ice damage. But I like File Switch Boost, so yeah, Dara Switch Axe it is. I just got confused here, I forgot I had restart. Like, I have goldfish memory. And let's get going.
Let's make this a quick one.
Oh, I'm just remembering some stuff that happened in this run. It's definitely my fault that it wasn't that good. I was just shifting blame. Here I got confused, I went the wrong way at the start, so yeah, very promising start, right? Yeah, not my fault. It is my fault. Blue Fangos are sleeping, so that's nice. They won't make Astalos mad way too soon. Means I can hit him and counter his roar on my schedule. Yeah, counter that, just leave his head off, just like in the demo, right? Translate back in. That's time dodging the roar because I always do that, right? One stage more for the cage refill. Mojiteo, keep attacking here, hopefully get some hits on the head, because the head's the only body part that really takes damage. Very nice positioning on my part there, right? Heal up, we don't want to die now. And for the ZSD, for the usual Astalos ZSD spam, right? Back here, hit the head with the strong X more, so that is nice, right? Ready to counter, hoping he would attack me, but he does the most annoying attack ever. At least I got amped from that, right? But I would have rather have a wing slam or something like that. He throwed me there, couldn't latch with the ZSD, and I couldn't dodge a lightsaber either. So yeah, my fault, really. Not TA, but that's why I made these simple rules thing of mine. Like, yeah, I'm tired of resetting because I hit a flash fly, you know? It's not really a big deal, as you see, like there's bigger issues than a flash fly in this run. Did you notice the icons changing at the upper right, on the upper right? Now here's Toby Kadachi. I wanted to say it was his fault, but it was my fault. Like, yeah, you saw the mistakes already. So I got Astalos with Thunderblight, which is okay, I guess. I wanted to try and counter Toby here, but he just missed me. Not very nice, Toby. But then he heard me complaining and actually hit me along with Astalos. Like, bro. Talk about getting my ass kicked. We got a Thunderblight KO out of that, so you can say it's Toby's fault, right? It's my fault. And I focus on the tail because it's charged, so it's a weak spot. And then we can almost get charge out of it. We got the tail cut there, but the tail should blow up like the second I hit it. I just don't think I ever will. Oh, I actually did. Maybe we'll charge the tail back up later. Fervent Blade to reposition here. And do some more, sword gauge, and just leak ahead as it gets up. Once again, fail at rolling through rowers, because rolling rowers is way beyond my capabilities. Get away, don't have to worry about to counter that. But then close back end, because we can still fight. Ready to counter, and once again he does the annoying move. This time it just run towards the Astalos, and I run out of amp immediately afterwards, so we can have nice pain. Fire Blade back end. Get some man, back to Astalos. And hit size his head enough and goes away. So you have to chase him. Oh no. An area change, what a catastrophe. Getting right here along with Astalos. Watch this, and surely I can counter the follow-up, but it actually hits me from behind. So yeah, Astalos is a master of positioning. Unlike me, I'm not. But we can counter his lightsaber and show him who's the real boss around these parts, right? Got the trip from the discharge there, going Yunga Bunga, and I go for a ZSD right here, just in case it gets up and tries anything funny, you know, like a rower. And then he dies. 4 minutes and 52 seconds. And that's very nice, in my opinion. I think the 4-minute ballpark is nice. I don't think this was nice, but yeah, I made a lot of mistakes, right? I wanted to blame it on the Toby Kadashi trolling, and that was a part of it. But I got hit at that too much, wouldn't you say? Like, let's be real. Can't just blame Toby, man. Most of it was my fault. Yeah. Here's the same as for the Espinas, so not really much else to say here. And what did you guys think of this whole Gauntlet thing? I found it very interesting. I struggled a lot to be consistent on 5 monsters. But the struggle is what makes it interesting, you know? So I can't just reset infinitely for the single perfect run on the monster. Well, you can do it for all 5 of them, right? You, maybe. Not me. I'm not that consistent. But it was a nice challenge. I liked it a lot. And hopefully I'll tackle more of the gauntlets. I'll post a link to the description of the gauntlets and yada yada on the video description, so you can rate it up if you want to. And I might try my hand at some of them. After title update 1, of course. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. See ya! Bye bye!